The element Yah is an emphatic affirmative and not considered a separate word or reference to a divine. Its interpretation as the name of a deity arose in a much later period when people already recognized Yah wherever it met the eye, viewing it as a variant form of YHWH. Once the name Yah was introduced, it became understandable that later scholars, Masoretes, would seek more instances of it beyond those previously pointed out. They made errors, such as adding comments or variations to the text and splitting single words into two parts. These errors led to traditional interpretations that recognized additional occurrences of the name. Originally, the scriptures were written in scriptio continua, Latin for continual text/script, meaning there were no spaces between words, nor punctuation or paragraphs and clauses, just endless rows of syllables, one consonant after another, from start to end. The intensifying suffix Yah is attached to the preceding word and used as an intensive or superlative, as in Maflialiyah in Jeremiah 2 verse 31, meaning the deepest darkness. Here are examples of the intensifying suffix Yah in the scriptures. Scriptures with the intensifying suffix properly interpreted. Assuming Yah represents a deity name, Psalm 89 verse 8 has an unnatural effect, but when read as one word and taking Chasinyah as an emphatic formation, the rendering is satisfactory. Textual duplication, scribal errors. Please note that Yah in Isaiah 12 verse 2, Isaiah 26 verse 4, and Isaiah 38 verse 11 of the Masoretic text are scribal errors caused by dotography. The Septuagint has no corresponding Greek phrase for these occurrences, proving that the Hebrew Forlaga lacked those phrases. Furthermore, scholars from the New English Translation and Adam Clarke also suggest that these instances of Yah may be scribal errors due to dotography. It would be misguided and problematic to assume that the Yah suffix represents a deity. Here are some interesting examples. 1. The name Aki-Yah, which traditionally means brother of Yah, suggests that YHWH has siblings. 2. The name Kalaya, which traditionally means Yah is light, is linked to the verb kalal, meaning to be light. Ironically, it relates more to being made light of, rather than simply not being dark. 3. The name Habaya, which traditionally means Yah has hidden, comes from a verb associated with hiding due to the fear of death. If we assume that Yah represents a divine name, it suggests that YHWH, who is regarded as eternal, is hiding out of fear of losing his life. 4. The name Shekiah, which traditionally means captive of Yah, is connected to the verb shabah, meaning to take captive, so apparently YHWH is an intergalactic massa. However, these issues are resolved with a proper interpretation of the intensifying suffix Yah. Biblical names with the element Yah emphatic suffix. Examples of the Yad, Ha, and Vav elements in the scriptures, without any reference to a deity. Perhaps Yah was asleep or away on a long journey during the creation of words. Morphological breakdown of Judah. Putting it all together. Translates as, He will cause praise. Notice the Hebrew word YHWH from Nehemiah 11 verse 17 is spelled identical to the Hebrew name for Judah, but apparently only one is given the theophoric treatment, go figure. Biblical names that start with the prefix Yad, the causative affix Ha, and first Yod assimilation to vowel letter Vav, known as a mater lectionis, an insertion.